आज मेरे पास बिल्डिंगें हैं, प्रॉपर्टी है, बैंक बैलेंस है, बंगला है, गाड़ी है, क्या है तुम्हारे पास? I'm sure you remember this iconic dialogue from 1975 movie Diwar. Hi there, this is Gaurav Gupta, your life and business success strategist. Welcome to the Daily Snippets. I recently came across a story called The Rebirth of an Eagle. The eagle, which is the mightiest of all the birds, has a lifespan of 40 years. As it approaches 40s, the eagle's talons or claws become more flexible and they do not have strength for it to hold the prey. Its beak bends down and it doesn't have the strength to kill the prey. The feathers of eagle are so heavy and eagles do not shed their feathers, so the feathers weigh its chest, it is not able to fly properly. So by age 40, the eagle dies. However, the story says that the eagle has a choice to add another 30 years to its life. But to do that, it has to go through a very painful and a long process of change. The process takes 150 days and the eagle has to endure through 150 days of pain to add another 30 years to its life. As a part of the process, the eagle sits in its nest and constantly hits its beak on a rock till the beak breaks. It's a very painful process, but the eagle chooses to do that. After the beak regenerates in a few weeks, the eagle then breaks its talons or claws. Again a painful process, but the eagle chooses to do that because it understands change is necessary. Once the talons and beak are back, the eagle pulls away all its old heavy feathers so that they can be replaced by the lighter ones and it's able to fly better and higher. After 150 days, the eagle is reborn and it lives for another 30 years. A beautiful story that reminds us how important it is for us to anticipate and be prepared and ahead of change. Especially in the scenarios like the current scenario, where thousands of people have either lost their businesses and jobs or are anticipating and do not have any clear future. It is in these times that we understand that change is important. But people who win in life are the ones who already anticipate that times are changing and they invest continuously to be future ready. This story also reminds me of a beautiful real life example of how people who can stay ahead of change are better in life than people who do not anticipate change or are not prepared for change. 1975, there was this iconic movie called Diwar, in which two of the mega superstars of that time, Amitabh Bachchan and Shashi Kapoor, were fighting on values and ethics.
तुम्हारे सारे उसूलों को गूंथ कर एक वक्त की रोटी नहीं बनाई जा सकती रवि.
This particular scene from the movie is one of my favorites and it was a super hit scene.
जिन आदर्शों के लिए तुम अपनी जिंदगी पर खेलने के लिए तैयार हो, क्या किया उन आदर्शों ने?
In this scene, Amitabh Bachchan asked Shashi Kapoor, आज मेरे पास बिल्डिंगें हैं, प्रॉपर्टी है, बैंक बैलेंस है, बंगला है, गाड़ी है, क्या है तुम्हारे पास?
आज मेरे पास बिल्डिंगें हैं, प्रॉपर्टी है, बैंक बैलेंस है, बंगला है, गाड़ी है, क्या है तुम्हारे पास?
I'm sure you remember this dialogue from the movie.
मेरे पास माँ है.
Both Amitabh Bachchan and Shashi Kapoor were contemporaries. They were mega superstars and they were at peak of their career. But in their career, they had a phase where each of them had a choice to either stay with the status quo or to reinvent, rediscover and be reborn through the painful process of change, just like the eagle. And we all know who chose what. Shashi Kapoor, a great actor, with all due respect to him, he made a career choice of not changing and staying with the status quo. And Amitabh Bachchan just flew with the change. He anticipated change and was ready for the change, and today he's ruling Bollywood. Nobody even remembers Shashi Kapoor today, but Amitabh Bachchan is the king of Bollywood, or the Shehenshah of Bollywood. There was a phase when Amitabh Bachchan was also about to be faded away. This was a time when he was doing movies like Lal Badshah, Bade Miyan Chote Miyan, which were not really appropriate according to his stature, according to his personality and his talent. So Amitabh Bachchan paused. He rediscovered, reinvented his belief system. He rediscovered, reinvented his habits, the choice of roles, the choice of movies, the choice of shows. Everything changed, and today he's on top of his game. That is what change does to you. If you want to be on top of your game, you have to anticipate and be ahead of the change. And Amitabh Bachchan and Shashi Kapoor are not the only examples. There are many others. A couple of them which I can readily recall is Vinod Kambli and Sachin Tendulkar. Both of them started their career at the same time. One nobody even remembers today. Other is a mega star for everybody. Another of my favorite example is Akshay Kumar and Sunil Shetty. Both of them started their career approximately in the same year. They made their debut in the same year. Both of them were action heroes, and at one time both of them were at a peak. However, one of them chose to reinvent, rediscover, anticipated change, switched over to roles, came back to action, from action went to comedy, then came back to action, and today he's on top of his game, whereas the other one is not as successful when you compare both. That's what change does to you. So here are a few things that you can learn from the story of the eagle and the story of the people we spoke about. Change is not only the only constant on the planet, but you also have to be ready for the change by anticipating it and being prepared for it. Here are a few things which you should do. Number one, anticipate change proactively. Do not wait for things to change. Look for trends, look for where the future is going, where your industry is going, where your career is going, and what is it that is required. Anticipate that beforehand. Number two, change before you actually have to change. Do not wait for your employer to show you a pink slip. Do not wait for your business to come to an end. Constantly be on the learning. Number three, change everything about yourself. Change your actions, your beliefs, your patterns, your behaviors, your mindset. Everything about you has to fundamentally change, because every new challenge requires a new transformed you, which will happen when you change fundamentally everything about yourself. Number four, invest in the future. Invest in your learning, invest in your business, invest in technology, invest in everything that makes you future ready. And number five, which is my favorite one, is push your limits. Push yourself to the maximum extent and change as fast as you can. Remember, as Charles Darwin said, it's not the species which are the most strongest or the most intelligent that survives. The species which survives is the one which is most adaptable to change. So if you want to be ahead of change and be future ready, follow these 5 steps and you'll always be on top of your game. I'll see you soon in my next video. Till then, stay blessed, keep rocking, anticipate change and be prepared for it. Thank you.